think I did poo on myself.
Whatever you do, just stay true and show passion. When you talk, be precise.
I took a flight for the static. You should be all so dramatic. I can't. Anything you want, boy, forget it. You just make me feel.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jada Monet, and we're back with another video. Today, as you can tell by the title, is a story time on how I gave birth to Adonis, my little papa's bear, my papa's bear. Since he turned 8 months, I thought I would just retell the story. Found my page. It was probably from my labor and delivery vlog, but I'm here to tell everything that wasn't said in the video. Say hi. I'm here to let it all out. So let's get right into it. Alright, so if you don't know, I'm a 25-year-old mom. I have an older son. His name is Angel. He's 4 years old. He's at school right now, and I stay home with Adonis, and he is 8 months. So his birthday was in January 28th. He was born at 1:54 in the morning on a Sunday. Yes, he was 6 pounds 0 ounces, and he was 29 inches. I gotta double check. So I'm gonna first start off the story from the way in the beginning. Okay, it was probably Friday, right? Friday, Angel's grandma asked to see him for the weekend, so she used to keep him for the weekend for me. So I went over there, dropped him off, and I came back home, and I was like, I'm gonna have me a little spa day, because you know, I was about 38 weeks, and Angel only goes to his grandma's house almost like every other weekend, like sporadically. It's not every weekend. So I was like, I don't know when's the last time I'm gonna be baby free, because I was close to my due date. So I was like, let me have a relaxing Friday night. And I gave me a bubble bath. I put a pink bath bomb in there. I had a I went to the little theater room we have in my house and put a movie on, made some popcorn, and just relaxed. And I edited some videos. I just had a relaxing Friday night, because I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna get another relaxing Friday night. So I was just, yeah, relaxing. I could feel pushing at, like, I want to say starting around like 8 o'clock Friday night. I could feel pushing, but I didn't take it seriously because I had felt pushing before. So I was like, it's probably nothing, right? Because let's keep in mind, I'm still 38 weeks, so I was 2 weeks away from my due date. Plus, I had an appointment. I forgot when my next appointment was, but they said if we wasn't dilated by that time, they was gonna induce me or something like that. I'm not completely sure. It was something along the lines of that. So I wake up Saturday morning. I felt pushing all that night, so I was like, okay, something's not right. So I wake up super late on Saturday because I like to sleep in, and I didn't have my son with me, so I was like, yeah, I'm sleeping in. I probably woke up around like 11 o'clock. Made me a big breakfast, y'all. When I tell you I went all out, I went all out. I made omelet, sausage, breakfast potatoes, yogurt with fruit and granola. Made me the raspberry leaf tea. That's probably what did it, y'all, the raspberry leaf tea. Because I started drinking that when I was like, I want to say 36 weeks pregnant. Or 35. I got to go back in. I got to fact check, y'all. But anyways, so after I had finished my breakfast, that good breakfast, y'all, I'm still talking about that because I'm a breakfast person, so I love breakfast. So it was a good breakfast. I called my mom. If you don't know, my mom lives in Florida. I live in Atlanta. She does not live here. So I called my mom. I'm like, I feel pushing. And she was like, Jada, because my mom is so extra. She's like, Jada, you need to time it. You could be having contractions. She was like, did you call the doctor? She's like, time it and then see how far it is and then call me back and call the doctor. So I'm tracking it. I'm like, they're like 5 to 6 minutes apart. So she was like, yeah, call the doctor, see what they should tell you to do. Call the doctor. My doctor was, I forgot, she was out of town or on leave or something. Whatever doctors are not on call. She was not on call. So her on-call doctor, I could talk to that lady. Black doctor. Black lady doctor. So she's telling me, she's asking me like, how far are you? How far are the contractions? I tell her all the information. And she was like, yeah, just start heading down to the hospital. Mind you, y'all, my parents, my dad and my stepmom were out of town. They had went out of town for something, and yeah, so it was just me at my house alone. And I have an older sister, but she was gone. I don't know where she was, but she was gone. So it was just me by myself in the house. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take myself to the hospital because it wasn't an emergency. I didn't need to call the ambulance. I didn't think I could call the ambulance for a non-emergency. I didn't even think to take a lift. I don't even know why I didn't take a lift. Now that I'm thinking about it. Right now, while I'm thinking about it, I should have took a lift. But anyways, I drive myself to Emory Hospital. So I already had my bags packed. If you really are a supporter of me, you see I had my bags packed by 34 weeks pregnant. I have a video of everything I packed in my bag. I'm gonna leave it right here. So okay, I had my bags packed. I did my makeup and everything, y'all. Like, I'm so extra. I had put my lashes on. I did bottom lashes, made sure my eyebrows was right, did my edges, little swoopty swoop. I did all that and got dressed and drove myself to the hospital. It was like 20 minutes away, not that far, probably 25. It was raining that day. The contractions were still coming and I was eating them up. I'm not even gonna lie, I was eating them up. They weren't that strong. It was kind of strong, but like I was eating them up. Like, I've done this before. This is my second child. So alright, so I get to the hospital. I get to Emory Hospital. I walk in. They like, oh, what you here for? I said, I think I'm in labor. They said, oh, put me in a wheelchair. And they started sending me to labor and delivery. So I check in there. They put me in a room. And the nurse come and check to see how far I'm dilated. I was 3 centimeters dilated. Then they was like, you have to be at least 5. I'm pretty sure, y'all, I gotta fact check because I'm not remembering correctly right now, but I think at least 5 centimeters. They was thinking about sending me back home. So I was like, no, I don't want to go back home. Like, I don't want to go back home because I know how fast. This is my second child. The second child comes faster, so by the time I come all the way back home, I'm gonna need to turn around and come back. I felt like, so I just was like, please just let me stay. So they let me stay. They was checking on me every hour. So if I wasn't like progressing, they was gonna end up sending me home. So every probably I want to say 4 hours later, I was like 5 centimeters dilated, and well, not even 4 hours later. I'm lying. Probably like 2 hours later. Oh, and this is another thing I didn't say in the video. I'm anemic, so I was supposed to be taking iron pills my whole pregnancy, and I didn't do it. Don't ask me why, y'all, because I was being dumb. I should have been taking my iron pills. I didn't. So I needed to get a blood transfusion. So my mom was on the phone with me, talking to the nurse, talking about she needs a blood transfusion, blah blah blah. She was asking a whole bunch of questions. I was like, Mom, because you know how moms are. She was just like giving it to the nurse, and I was like, calm down, she's doing her job. Not too much on my mom though, because my mom is overprotective. She loves me, she cares about me, and she wanted a healthy baby, and she wanted her baby to be healthy. So I had to do that before I got the during this time, I was calling everybody. I was texting all my friends, telling them the baby's on its way. I'm in labor. Blah blah blah. I called my dad and my stepmom. I actually called them before I was even. He about to pull my hair out. I called them before I was even on the way to the hospital. So they was trying to call everybody they knew to see who could come and be with me, because you know, who wants to deliver a baby alone? They didn't want me to do that. So turns out my neighbor, one of our neighbors that we knew for a very long time, she's a very nice lady. Her name Miss Charlene. She came and she was there with me when I gave birth to him, and I thank her so much for that, because I wasn't alone and she was very helpful, very nice. Like, she was exactly what I needed. I thank God she was there for me, because she was a very calming spirit and very supportive. So I didn't do it alone, but back to the story. So they moved me to another the delivery room, because my water had broke. Oh, and Angel, I texted Angel and his grandma that I was in labor, so she tried to come up there too, but they wouldn't let her in the room because she had Angel with her. So they was like, no babies can be in here, so she couldn't stay. So once I got into the labor room, they gave me my blood transfusion. I was supposed to get 2, but my water had broke and I was progressing pretty fast, so they only was able to give me 1. While they was doing that, I got my epidural, because at this point I'm like 8 centimeters. I'm getting bigger. So yeah, they gave me the epidural. I wanted the epidural. I had an epidural with my first son. I knew I wanted it with this son. People talk about the back pains you get after it, but y'all, I did not care. I did not want to feel anything. I did not want to feel it. So that's what happened. Oh, I also called his dad, and he was out of town for work, y'all. So we were not together. We weren't together. So it didn't. I'm not gonna say it didn't matter to me, but he was out of town, so there's nothing I could really do about that. And he couldn't rush back into town, so that was on him. He missed the birth. I was there. And he has since met his son. He has met his son, so that's all that matters. My sons, they're gonna know their dad. That's all that matters. Yeah. You getting tired of me talking? Once I get to a point where I need to start pushing, the nurse calls the on-call doctor. She comes in the room and they're like, okay, this baby's coming right now. You gotta push. So I don't feel anything, but I'm just pushing as hard as I can. My mom's on the phone with me through FaceTime, and then I have my friend Miss Charlene there with me. So I was really like, I didn't want to make it sound easy, because childbirth isn't easy, but I was pushing and I was doing it. I was doing good. I think I did poo on myself, but the nurses cleaned it up quick, so I didn't feel embarrassed, because you wouldn't even tell that I pooped the way they acted. Like, they just cleaned it up quick and didn't even say nothing, didn't even blink an eye, but I could kind of tell, because I was like, I'm watching everybody. I'm like, what's going on, you know? And then, like, at a certain point, I could like look down and see. And I saw his head, and I saw a whole bunch of hair. Look at this boy's hair. All I saw was a whole bunch of hair. I was like, he has a whole bunch of hair. So yeah, they was like, yeah, he does. And I kept pushing. Next thing you know, a beautiful baby boy was born. So I was just happy everything worked out. Me and him was both healthy. We actually got to leave the hospital Monday night. We didn't even stay like a whole 2 days. We left Monday because everything was fine. And while I was at the hospital, after I had him and everything, I get moved into the delivery floor, the mom's floor. I would say Emory Hospital was a good hospital. It was a good experience. All the nurses were super nice, super helpful. Doctors that came in were all nice. And who was in the room with me, she had to leave after he was born. So she left probably like 2 hours after he was born. And then so I was by myself at the hospital. Then I want to say 2 o'clock the next day, which is, well, not the next day, because I had him at 1:54 in the morning. So 2 o'clock that same day, Sunday. That's when my parents got back in town, and my stepmom came to visit me in the hospital. And during that time, Angel and his grandma came, and they got to meet Adonis too. So Angel's grandma dropped him off to my stepmom. My stepmom, when they ended up leaving, because they had to go, because you know Angel can't stay. So they had to go, and my stepmom took Angel home. Then I was just there by myself with Adonis, and then we ended up leaving Monday around like 6 o'clock and got home probably around, because we had stopped and got McDonald's before we got home. So we got home by around like 7 o'clock, put both the boys to bed, and I was like a mama too. I just had to jump right into it. And he was a pretty good baby. I breastfeed him, so I was breastfeeding and just focused on, you know, getting a good milk supply. And I had a bassinet, put him in his bassinet, took care of Angel, and I just jumped right into it. And I've been doing it for 8 months now, so let's hear some noise. Yeah, that's the end of my birth story. If you guys want to go back and watch the labor and delivery vlog, it's on my channel. It's on my homepage. Oh, you okay? Yeah, happy 8 months, Papa. Thank y'all for watching. And if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and leave a heart in the comments if you finish the video all the way through. And I'ma see y'all next week. Say bye bye, Papa. Bye bye.